Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to Throwbacks, where we talk all things cool and retro. And today we're going to have a positive spin because there's been a lot of negativity out there about the brand new Power Rangers Reignition coming to you from Playmates. Alright, we're going to jump into this. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not the most advanced thing ever. I got my phone. We're going to do it this way. Made a little slideshow type thing to kind of go over some of the news coming out of Toy Fair for the Power Rangers. Like I said, tons and tons of negativity, and some of it warranted, and I guess it just depends on what side of the spectrum you fall on for the Power Rangers and what you're kind of looking to collect. So I get it, but also I think we're maybe overdoing it just a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into this. Like I said, we're going to pop in here, see what's going on. Alright, so this is where we're going to start with the flip heads. Look, they're flip heads, and they're $10 each. I get the scaling on the heads is not the best, but these do have articulation. We do have some roundabouts here in the shoulders. Looks like we have wrist side to side, elbow, knee, waist, not waist, but hips and all that good stuff. So they're going to be able to move around. They do have the flip head action. For kids at the $10 price point, I don't see a problem with this at all. Again, that's just my opinion. Here we go on the faces. Again, the faces aren't great, obviously, but they're not bad either. I mean, it's a $10 figure for $10. Can you say that's Jason, that's Zach, that's Trini, that's Tommy, that's Billy, that's Kimberly? Absolutely, you can. You're getting the blasters, you're getting a weapon. $10. Kids, I don't see a problem with this. I think this is cool, fun, and I think something I will probably add to my Power Ranger collection for sure. Something that I won't be adding to my Power Ranger collection. Here is these. The kids might have them, maybe that, or these bikes. They're kind of cool. They are designed very similar to the originals, but they did throw in some fun play features like this body armor type stuff that we've got right here. On the Blue Ranger, so you can see a little extra action features going on there. Looks like some extra action features there on Zach as well. But something that won't be for me. I don't even know that my kids will want to play with it. Looks like they flip off. Okay, so that's fun. Look at that. I just noticed this. Flip into action. So I guess there's this little rod right here. Grabs them, flips them off the bike, and they land into action. That's a fun, cool feature. How well will it actually work? That's to be determined, I suppose. But a fun thing for kids, not for me, I would think. Might have to get one, though, just to see how that turns out. Now, this is where we start to get really interesting for me, is the bad guys. They actually went in and said, hey, you know what? We got to have some good baddies. I think this is always a problem with the original line, is you didn't get scaled baddies. Okay, I can't say you didn't get bad, but you didn't get the mains. You didn't get the Ritas. You didn't get the Squats, the Baboos, even the Sphinx from the original couple episodes. You just didn't get them. And here, looks like we're going to be getting those, no problem. They do have action features, which I'm not a big fan of, but again, these are for kids, so not the worst. And very simple features with this little lightning effect that will easily just wrap around her hand. That's fun. Come on. I mean, what's not to love about that? That's a good time. I don't have a problem with that at all. And let's talk about the packaging on this. I think the packaging is cool. Look at that. That packaging pops. Very retro. Bright, attention grabbing. Very cool, I think. We're going to have some more views of the baddies. Yep, so we got Squat here. We got Goldar. Pretty good detail on Goldar, I think. Some definite articulation going on there. We definitely have some articulation here on Squat. That's going to be a super, super fun figure to add. I do wonder how these will scale with the originals. That will be something to take into consideration. I'm assuming that they're flip heads, that they're meant to scale, so hopefully they do scale pretty good with those. Will be something to keep an eye out for sure. And I'm sure these are going to come in at the $10 price point too. Again, another picture of Goldar. You got, was it Babu in the back, and King Sphinx. Looking a little squatty for King Sphinx, I will say. I guess we've never really seen Babu and Sphinx next to each other, so maybe that does scale right. But this little lightning effect on the sword is super cool. And of course, you can see here we do have a putty. And man, I hope that putty scales, because if it does, I'm buying a ton of putties. I don't know how anybody would not want to buy a ton of putties. You know, and here we got Rita. Does Rita look great? Nah, Rita doesn't look great. You know, it's very dumbed down, but this is a $10 toy, and this is meant to be for the kids. This is meant to be, you know, for our kids to play with, to get them into Power Rangers so they can play with the figures that we had and not have to worry about us collectors with them getting messed up. But look at this putty. This guy is awesome. Super fun, super cool. Just, man, I'm digging that a whole lot. You know, this is going to be fun. And I think that's what people need to step back and go, oh man, is it the most articulated? No. But you know what? If you look at Star Wars, the most articulated figures, are they the funnest? No, they're expensive. And sometimes they're over-articulated and they're just a pain in the butt. You look at the vintage collection, you know, obviously Power of the Force isn't, you know, the most respected line, but that was a fun line, and it's cheap and it's easy, and for kids, it's a good time to enjoy. So I have no problem with that at all. I think we're moving out of here. Yep, so we're moving out of the action figures and into the Zords. Not a ton coming out right now. There's obviously Toy Fair just got started this weekend, so there'll be plenty of time to get into that. We may miss some stuff, but we're going to go over what is out as of today. Tell Mom the ice cream truck is coming. I better go tell Mom the ice cream truck is coming. But so we'll be right back to talk about the combinable Dinozords. Alright, and we're back. The kids got their ice cream, hopefully, and they're going to be good to go. And hopefully we're good to go with this. We've had so many kid Megazords, different variations from the VHS books to the Amazon exclusive one that just came out a few years ago. I think that hit Ross for like $13. Not sure the price point on these. I know it's going to be low. This whole line is super cheap, and that's one thing that we'll definitely dive into. It's fun. It's nice. It's neat. It looks simple. It's fine. I understand people not being super pumped about this, but it's okay. Let's keep cruising. So this is a Ultimate Megazord. So I'm going to assume this is one of those powered up ones that moves around, kind of like we got with the remote control one, the Megazord that we always see at toy stores that's super cheap, discounted. This one honestly does absolutely nothing for me. I don't think there's a whole lot of playability here either, if this is what that is. So if that's what this is, it doesn't do anything for me. If it's just one big hunking piece of plastic, that's fine. Why not? Probably won't be, 15 or something phrases, looks like. So, not for me, but it's okay. Oh, we lost our track here. That's okay. We'll get right back on there. Where are we? And we are back. Alright, and then looks like over here to the side, we have the individual ones, and the size on these looks pretty good. So I'm thinking if these are like $20, we're going to get a pretty hunkin' big Megazord, which could be a lot of fun. Maybe close to the scale of that Imaginext Megazord that we got. Would be interesting to see how that scales out. I'm sure by the time this video comes out, we'll have that answer, but looks fun. I am interested. Let's see what else we got going on here. All right, this is where stuff really, I think, gets interesting for me. We get a Morpher, a $20 Morpher at that. Just super fun, super cool. What are we doing here? Oh, we've lost control. All right, let's get back on track here. Sorry about that. We got, it's 20 sounds, phrases, $20, all sorts of good stuff. It looks nice. I mean, that looks pretty decent. No? I think that looks okay. I don't have a problem with that. I think that looks fine. Got the power coins, and it's going to be able to have a try me feature. So in the stores, you're going to be able to push that button in, and that thing's going to go off. That's smart. I think that's really smart. Something we won't talk about are these role-playing helmets off to the side. They look like they have just all the Power Ranger helmets. I mean, that's fun for kids. I don't really think that's in any sort of our niche, if you will. So, but super fun for kids. They'll like that a lot. I think this is, I mean, you know, if you're on a budget, what's wrong with putting that up and being like, hey, that's my Power Ranger thing? People don't know. They don't know if that's super accurate or not, or, you know, they see that and they go, cool, you got a Power, oh man, I remember Power Rangers, and I think that's fine. That's fine. $20 makes it even more fun. And we continue on with that $20 theme here. Every Power Ranger needs to summon the spirits of the dinosaur. Power Morpher comes. Oh, you know what? Okay, here we go. $16.99 for the Power Morpher. So it's even cheaper than I was saying. It's than $20. The Blade Blaster, I believe, is $20. Yeah. So the Blade Blaster here, which does turn into a extends into the battle sword. Over 20 sounds and phrases include lights with every blast. Power Rangers Blade Blaster, $20. I mean, come on. How can you be mad at that? And let's have a quick look at it. $20. $20. In this world that we're living in right now, where everything's just crazy expensive, a $20 I mean, not bad looking. I think that's pretty decent looking. It's a little thicker, and it's probably super hollow with not a lot of weight to it. Get it, got it, good, no problem. But it's $20. I'll say the Dragon Dagger doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. My kids are going to love this thing. Comes with an extra power coin. My kids are going to lose their mind because they're always trying to get to my Hasbro one that's up there. And does this one look that bad for $20? I mean, I'm assuming it's $20 like the Blade Blaster. But assuming it's $25, does this look that bad? No, this is fine. This looks close to the original one, really. And would I rather my kids tear this up than my Hasbro one? Absolutely. Or my original one, for that matter. Or my original Blade Blaster. For $20, by all means, kiddos, your Christmas is going to be a good one. Because you guys are getting some Power Rangers. All right, here we go. Here's the anger part of people coming out, I think, especially with this one, as we get our first look at the packaging here for the Power Rangers Ignition. I think they're calling this like the Collector Series, so a little bit more high end. I believe these are going to be 6-inch scale. They haven't like put out like a walkthrough video quite yet, so we're all just kind of guessing here with this, but I'm pretty sure these are going to be kind of 6 scale. Maybe 5-inch scale Power Ranger figures. Yeah, packaging looks pretty good. I dig it. It's fine. But if you're gonna be a collector line, you got to do a little better. I mean, we're talking Pink Ranger here, missing all her white on her head, and her head's a little wonky on top of that. It is early in development. Maybe that's something that they're going to cover and get taken care of. But you can't have that. That's for sure. But otherwise, I think the figure itself it's fine. Price point's going to be a big thing here. 15 and below, if you're going to do that, I think that's fine. Again, if you missed out on the Lightning collection, or you just couldn't pay $22, $25, or $30 for the newer or the better version of them, not a bad way to jump in if you can get these for $15 or so. I think it's fine. Assuming that paint stuff gets fixed. I think that you can't have a helmet be that off. Personally, you can't do that. So, I think the morphers are okay. I think the bodies are fine. I think the heads are a little off, but these kind of remind me of the Bandai movie line that they did, and that smaller, may have been 5-inch. What was that line? 3 3/4, 5? I don't know. Scaling's terrible for me. But it looks like we might even have some where you can make the major, whatever, the Mega Blaster or whatever. It looks like you might be able to combine those, which would be nice. I'm not sure, but it looks like you might be able to do that with them. Let's keep cruising on here. Alright, here's another look at them. I mean, they look like the Saban ones. They really do. I think this one has a movie look to it. Honestly, I think that looks like the the movie face there. So that's an interesting one. We're missing some details. The Black Ranger doesn't have the eyes colored in, things like that. So it's not perfect, but again, the price will determine. And if we're having Blade Blasters for $20, I can see these being, 12, 15, maybe. That would be, acceptable. I think that would be acceptable, me personally. All right, we're nearing the end of our journey here, and we do have some fun retro throwbacks. Now, these for the collectors, I don't think there's anything wrong with these at all. I think they're perfect. We got chrome, we got big blasters, the hands. We have that weird hand thing that they had. You can see there where the fingers kind of curve in. These are cool. These are great. I will definitely be buyers on these. Different different molds. They're definitely a little different. The paint obviously is a little different, not quite as shiny, but I'm interested. Let's see if we have one more slide or if that wraps it up. I think that wraps it up. So, from what there is right now, I am okay with it. I'm fine with it. I think these are fun. I think they're fine. I think the price point is there. Let's make Power Rangers affordable. Why not? If you can get the kids in, you can get a little bit of collectors if you're not super picky. And if you are super picky, there's plenty of options. There's the old, there's the Lightning Collection is out there. Mezco's putting out Power Rangers. Very high speed cloth, all that stuff. So there's other options out there for hardcore collectors that want the nicest of the nice. And honestly, if you're doing that, if you're worried about if you're wanting Mezco quality, then is Lightning Collection even acceptable for you? I don't know, but I think the anger is a little bit misplaced. We got to keep in mind it is a kid's toy, a kid's property at the end of the day. This isn't Star Wars where, yes, it is kids, but I think Star Wars is more adapt to an older audience as well with things like Andor and things like this. Power Rangers is pretty straightforward kid stuff, but hey, that's just my opinion. There are clearly plenty of other opinions out there, and I'm sure you have your own, and we would love to hear it down below in the comments. Again, I know this isn't the highest quality, but it's what we got when I don't have internet in my building right now, so can't do a nice fun slideshow, but I think this worked out all right. So again, leave those comments down below what you think of the Reignition line. You happy about it? You in on the whole thing? You in on some things? You get where they were going? Anything? We'd love to hear about it, and we'll meet you in the comments down below. And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and like this video. And of course, subscribe to the channel as we post new content every single day. And it will be nice to be back talking some Power Rangers because it has been a while. Short of Super 7, we haven't had a lot to talk about, but it looks like our conversations about Power Rangers might just be getting a reignition. But it is time to get on out here. It is time to throw one back. So for myself and Uncle BJ, we are going to throw one back, and we'll see you all next time.